Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Hello, anybody? Somebody? Me body. Woo. Alright. Welcome to the Minutes with Milo show. This is like the 49th show. Whoa. There we go. Alright, so I'm doing another Survivor recap. Like I said, if you want to try to start doing these things on Thursdays, the day after. I'm a little bit slow, got other irons in the fire, all that kind of BS. All right. So let's get my chat up here. So just cut off the YouTube. And if I don't, I won't see nobody doing nothing. If somebody says hello, I won't see it. Where can I put this thing, man? It's really hard to get this situated. You know, I have two screens, but it just doesn't seem to be enough, right? So I don't want to dock it because that's when it gets to be nasty. The little thing gets to be really nasty because it doesn't like to really keep up. No, it doesn't. So nobody has said hello yet, so maybe. Maybe nobody is on here yet. So, all right. Irons in the fire. Didn't get to do it Thursday. We got serenaded on Thursday. Landon made the song. Actually redid the song, and it turned out really well. And he sang it to us. He's a little under the weather, but still did a good job, and appreciate that from Landon. And if you're watching this live, say something. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to participate in the chat. I do have my telephone number up, and it's I won't say running, but I've got it. So we can do calls. Clell called in last week on the Survivor recap. I changed my little banner. I said review before, but I think this is more of a recap. So anyway, if you're watching this later, like after I've gone live and it's sitting on YouTube waiting for somebody to look at it, that's fine. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. I was at 74 subscribers, and I asked, say, man, could we get one more? Let's go to 75, then eventually want to get to 100. And guess what? Went to 73. What happened? Some person said, not today. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not for everybody, and everybody's not for me. So, all right, let's get to it. If you watch Survivor, then I hope you're watching this season 44. And it's entertaining. Got a lot of things going on. And this episode was no different. Lots of challenges. There's one in particular that I like, and I'll talk about it. And but they did a new twist, and I kind of like this. What they've done in this one. It's the bird cage. Okay, so if you watch Survivor, you know about the hidden immunity idols. This one they've done a little different sometimes. The beware idols. They're trading their votes a lot of times to possibly get an advantage. And so, you know, they're weighing the odds. But once they open it and by opening it, they accept the terms, they get whatever's inside. But this time what they've done is, the contestants are calling it a bird cage. And that's exactly what it is. But inside, instead of a bird, is a bag. All right. So I've got a picture of it. Let me make sure I can get that going here. And it's on Twitter. and this is the Survivor's Twitter channel. So let me bring that up, transition it over. Okay, so you see the bird cage there in the middle of the screen. So what that bag is inside there, nobody actually knows. Of course, they're assuming it is an idol, which, would make sense. But it's out there in the open. Everybody can see it. Everybody knows it's there, right? So what makes this great is there's a lock on it, as you can see, but everybody can go by it. They can look at it. Is it still in there? Does it still look the same? Has anybody, found the key and gotten it out? See, before, all the idols and everything were just hidden in stumps or in rocks or in tree branches or any of that stuff. So as a group, nobody knew typically when they were found. And if you were smart or lucky, you would find it when you were by yourself and you wouldn't tell anybody about it. So nobody knew that you had it. And technically, you could almost do that with this. And if you haven't watched this episode, then stop this video right now or get off the live feed, shut down the video, and because I'm going to do spoilers. I'll tell you that's what a recap is, right? So don't come here thinking I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it yet. So, two people on different tribes found the key. So, a person on one tribe, and I don't remember the name. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't memorize this stuff. So, what I'll do is we'll transition over here to where the tribes are. Okay, so Maddie's gone. Forget about this chick. All right, she's gone. So, on the Tika tribe, this girl here, Carolyn, found the key. And she goes bonkers. I mean, literally, this lady is so animated, it isn't funny. She's across the board. So they all decided they would go out as a tribe and look. And so everywhere, the key could be anywhere. Okay, so she climbs a tree, and she's up there messing in the tree, and touches or bumps against or comes face to face with a big old snake in the tree. Okay, and I don't blame her about this. I mean, if I know somebody says, "Hey man, there's a snake around the corner over there," I'm fine. If I just happen to turn around and see it, it sends shivers down my spine just because it's the surprise of it. Now, I don't scream and jump around, but man, she was up in a tree and probably 6 feet at least off the ground when she finally figures out there's a snake in there. And of course, she goes bonkers. She's wild up in the tree and screaming. People come running and all this other stuff. Anyway, after all that, they kind of separate. They kind of mingle out, and she finds the key. Okay, so that freaks her out. She doesn't know what to do. And finally, she decides, because it's in a common place, and like I said, these people are out there looking for it. So she has to let things calm down. She goes back, and she runs up. She unlocks it. She grabs the thing off the hook. Okay, so it's on a hook. It's a bag, and it's tied up. And she runs back to camp. She runs back to camp with this bag. And while she's gone, anybody could walk up and see that the cage had been opened and somebody's, gotten the surprise. And she opens it back at camp. And I don't know where all the other tribe members are, but she opens it. Then it dawns on her. Duh. They're going to come back because everybody was looking for the key. They're going to come back to the birdcage and it's going to be open. The bag's going to be gone. So she hurriedly empties the bag, runs back, puts the bag back up on there, and locks it. But she does it in such a way that it's known when they videotape it. When they come back, they can tell the bag has been opened It's not as weighted as it was in the cage. And so they know somebody. They've all been together pretty much, except for her. And I don't know why they don't really put two and two together then. Later on they do. But she just about screwed it up royal. She just screwed it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. But they know now, they're 95% sure that somebody's been in the bag, gotten whatever was in there, and they suspect it's an idol. And it is. And an idol, protects you in any tribal council. It's got some limitations, depends on what they put on it. So, the other tribe, not the Tika, but the Soka tribe, they don't do things as a whole tribe. But this fireman, Danny, he's from Brooklyn. He's a fireman. He finds the key. And he is on it from the get-go. He knows what he needs to do. So he gets in there. He gets the key. He empties the bag. I don't know if he puts something back down in the bag or not, but he makes it, ties it up, makes it look just like it, pretty much just like it was. And then hangs it back in there, closes it up. And people come by later and look at it and go, oh, well, it's still in there. Nobody's found it yet. So he's got it. It's an immunity idol, which, he can use to protect himself at a vote. And it also contained a medallion, just a coin, just hey, here's something shiny for you. But if you watch Survivor, you know that these things can be used as fake idols. And fake idols can be very useful. I've seen them played. I've seen them passed off as real idols to gain other tribe members' trusts. I've seen them, okay, I'm going to play this for you. Here, you take it, and if you feel you're threatened, and then they stand up and say, Jeff, I've got this idol, and Jeff looks at them and goes, this is not a real immunity idol. Any votes cast for yada yada will still count. And their eyes just get big, and it's like, holy cow, I've just been blindsided. So, but the fireman, he's keeping it a secret. And that's, let me tell you, here's the deal with secrets. All right? A secret is not a secret if you tell one person. Okay? So, let's say I have a secret. And I tell a person, I've got a secret. I don't tell them what it is, but I've got a secret. The secret's out. Even though they don't know specifically what it is, they know you have a secret. So a secret is not a secret if you tell one person. A secret can only be a secret if you keep it to yourself. So, right now, he says he's going to keep it secret. He's going to keep it to himself. He's not going to tell anybody. And that always falls through. Because sooner or later, he's going to want somebody to trust him. He's going to let that person know, hey, I've got a secret. And the secret is I have an immunity idol. I got it out of the bird cage. Boom. It's not a secret anymore. No. Somewhere down the line, they're going to tell somebody else. It's not a secret. So, that was the deal with the bird cage, which I liked because it's out there in the open. Everybody can see it, but nobody can see what's in the bag. So it's open, but yet it still has a big question mark. What's in the bag? It could be a flint, for anybody knows. It doesn't have to be a hidden immunity idol. It could be an advantage in having a flint that maybe Jeff could never take back, because he takes back the flint to make fire. So he takes those back. Another thing that's kind of interesting about this season, and it happens ever so often. Let's see, Boston Rob and what was his girl's name? Amber. And it's not the same unless you say it in your roughest, most idiotic Boston accent. So Amber and Boston Rob uh, met on Survivor, fell in love, got married, have been on some Survivor episodes separately and together, and they were called what they call a power couple. And a power couple is a big, huge target on your back, and it's basically two people that become uh, tightly entwined. I don't guess they actually have to be romantically entwined, but they have to be inseparable in some way. You know, they could just be, people that really like each other, that hang out together, and they work together, and it's not hidden. If you're a power couple, pretty much everybody knows. Well, this season, uh, let's see, Matt, the guy down here, uh, who is a security, let's see, Matt, security software engineer, has just broken up with his girlfriend, and so he's on the rebound. And this chick, upper top right, Franny, okay, and Franny is a research coordinator. They have become kind of the power couple. They hang out, they laugh, they talk, they're inseparable. Are they romantically involved? Don't know. But they're getting there, it seems like. Anyway, but it's too late. People already know, that they are going to be a power couple, and it already has a target. They already have a target on their back. So in the second episode, they start saying to each other, maybe we shouldn't hang out so much together. People are going to start to notice. Well, they already noticed. It's too late. I often thought, and I think it's been done in past Survivors. I don't know this. I'm not an expert, so I don't remember all the details. But I think in some of the past episodes, there's been people from opposite tribes. They come together at the first of the show when they're all on the island. They come together some during challenges and different things like that. And I believe there's a couple of times where people from opposite tribes have given the nod to one another, and they'll try to pass information back and forth, and it's pretty secretive. And so nobody knows that they're doing this. And then when the tribes merge, they come and they start really backbiting each other. They've got a certain amount of trust already built up. And I think that's pretty cool, because that's, not in the same tribe. They keep it very secret, like an affair, and, it helps them in the advantage. But sooner or later, everybody's got to backstab somebody in their alliance, because it's all a game about I outplayed, outwitted, and outlasted everybody else. So these two are becoming, kind of a power couple, and everybody's realizing it. Okay, so I might try to find a picture of it here. Let me do this. Get that back. Come here. Where'd you go? Put this over that. Transition that over to here. Put me back. Hey, everybody. Put me back main screen. I'll see if I can find this. They do lots of challenges. They got some really wild challenges. Okay. And the one thing that I like one of my favorite challenges, and they've done all kinds of things. I like slingshots when they try to break plates. They break teammates' plates. They break opposing teammates' plates. It's pretty fun. So let me see. See if I can do that. I can't type without looking. Thank you very much. Let me get an image of this thing here. How come I can't see it? It's not showing me. All right. So this isn't the exact one, but these people made a duplicate. Okay. So let's see if this one. All right. Let me show you this. So bring this up, pop it over mine, share that. All right. Let me bring that up to full speed. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Okay. If you can see that, it's a wooden snake and it's flat. Make it a little bigger. And down here at the bottom, if you look at the tail, the tip of the tail, there is a ball down here. Okay. And it doesn't show it here, but what you try to do using these two wooden handles, you pull back and there's a curve like a bow here. And as you pull, you have to make the ball go up the snake, all right, and you drop it into the snake's head at the top. And that's the end of the puzzle. But this shows the one girl, I don't know her name, I don't remember. It shows her doing the challenge. So this is the back side of the snake. This is that little bow I was telling you about. And the ropes are attached to each end. Okay. Let's see if we can make this one bigger. This is on postbulletin.com. All right. So if you let's see if we does it show a front picture of it? No. This is all the challenges. It doesn't show a front picture. It just shows it from the back. But anyway, they're standing on this beam. They're standing on the beam. They've got to pull the levers, the ropes that make this go up, and they have to go back and forth across the snake and drop it in there. I really like this challenge. It's unbelievably hard to do from my standpoint. Okay, so after it's all said and done, this guy, Matthew, okay, I don't remember if you've seen the show, you recognize Matthew, and if not, you know, he's the one that fell off the cliff or the rock, separated his shoulder, got it popped back into place, cut up his hand, put a big gash on his toe, and he's been wearing his arm in a sling the whole time, pretty much. Anyway, he took on the challenge and won it for his team. And after he won it, he confessed that at home he had built a snake, or maybe not a snake, but something of the same puzzle, and practiced. All right, and he had practiced. Let me fix that mustache. And he told his team, "I can do this," and he could because he had practiced. And he said against doctor's orders, he took his arm out of the sling and did this. And it's not like a super physical challenge. You're pulling those ropes with your hands and making that go up, and it tilts back and forth, and the ball has to roll. So, but he won it. And since there's 3 teams, 2 win, 1 goes to tribal council. So they obviously didn't go to tribal council because they won. And they're the Ratu tribe, and the Soka tribe was next. So Tika is the one that lost. So they had to go to tribal council. and it was really not super bad tribal council. This lady, of course, she had that immunity idol from the bird cage. Uh, it was, I don't know. She's kind of wishy-washy anyway. So she didn't play it, but she didn't need to. This little girl here, excuse me, Helen, she got voted out. Obviously, I don't know exactly why they picked her, but they did, and she got the votes. So she was voted out. And drop that back down. Put me over there. So as far as, the second show of this Survivor, it was pretty good. Like I said, I really like the birdcage deal. Just because it's out in the open, but it's still, since it's in a bag, it's still kind of secret. And if you're smart and you opened it up, and you would tie the bag back and put a rock in it or something to immediately get it back in there. I'd hate to Monday, Thursday morning quarterback, however you want to say it. I hate to go back and say, oh, I'll do it this way. But after thinking about it, you would want to just open the cage quick, get the bag, dump out the contents, hide it wherever they run around in their underwear all the time. And I'm not sure why. And I mean, it's hot. They come dressed. It's hot. It doesn't take long for them to shuck it off and to run around in their underwear. Well, guess what? Your underwear doesn't give you a lot of places to hide things. So, first tip of Survivor, I don't know how I don't know how it works, but I've thought about this. What I would try to do is I would layer different clothes. Now, do you think the producers, when it's everybody starting out, they say, all right, I want everybody to strip down to their underwear and let's see how many layers of clothes you have on? Or do they pat them down? But I would have underwear. Then I would have some kind of, tight fitting, like nylon shorts, right? Then over that, I would probably have a little snugger, I don't know, pocket shorts, just like regular shorts. Then over that, I might have a pair of baggy jeans. And then I would have like maybe a t-shirt and a wife beater on, the t-shirt over that, and then a cowboy shirt. Something. Okay? So when you come to it and it starts getting hot, you can start shucking off some of those layers. And then at night when it gets down, they don't have blankets or anything. So if you've ever tried to sleep outside, even though it might be 75 degrees, you're trying to sleep outside with no covers, and it's 90s or whatever during the day, you're going to get cold. So then you can put all the layers back on. I don't know if they'd let you do that. I don't know if they'd catch you and say, dude, you got only one shirt, one pair of pants, one pair of socks, and shoes and underwear. That's all you can do. I don't know. Anyway, so back to my thing. You don't want to be running around in your underwear when you're looking for idols because you got no place to stash it. Okay? But anyway, get the prize out of the bag. Put sand, put a rock, something tied up. Put that in your pocket. Whatever's in the bag, put it in your pocket. Don't look at it. Put it back in there. Put the key back, lock it up. Hide the key. Throw the damn key in the ocean. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Okay? So, then go back. Oh, I gotta go take a dump. I'll be back in a few minutes. Then look at it. Then figure out what it is. Okay? That's kind of what the one guy did. Because he was quick. He got it out. He read it. I don't see why they do that. I would just immediately, especially in this circumstance. You'd see it, they see it like on day one. So you'd think they would have a plan, a mental plan of, if I find that key, this is what I'm going to do, right? Uh, I don't know. Maybe these these are supposed to be a lot of people that live and eat and breathe Survivor. But like I said, that's me Monday morning quarterbacking it, thinking, well, they're so dumb that I would do it better. No, probably not. I'd probably be worse. If I went on to Survivor, I would probably think, man, just don't let me be the first person voted off. I would really like to make it to the Ponderosa, and if you watch Survivor, you know what that is. If you don't, once they make it so far in the game, they become a member of the jury, and they get to go from living off of nothing to basically hotel resort in Fiji, and they're feeding you. You can swim, you can sunbake, you can drink, you can play, everything. All right. So I guess that's it for this recap. My thoughts on some of that stuff. Survivor is one of the things that I still do watch on TV. Don't watch a lot of TV, but I always try to watch Survivor, and it's just interesting because you get so caught up in some of that. It's reality, it's soap opera, it's whatever you want to call it, but it is pretty entertaining in my book. And I was looking at something here real quick. When was that? Was that tonight? I was looking at my telephone log here on that call. Calls. Somebody may have tried to call. That's the only thing. I don't know. This voice, Google Voice, I'm using it. And if I don't have it in or active, sometimes I don't hear that the call's ringing. And I think that's what's happened. I think somebody tried to call in. Maybe Clell. Again, I don't see him in the chat, but maybe he's not in a position to be online, but he could make a telephone call. My bad. Sorry, Clell, that was you. I wasn't paying attention. And it didn't ring because I didn't have it front and center. So anyway, sorry. Call in next time. Wasn't me, Clell says. So you've been there the whole time snooping, just laying back. All right. Well, maybe it was last week, but it shows, because last week you tried calling once. I was able to bring it up. You let me know, and we were able to talk. But it says Monday, but it doesn't give me, it gives me a time, but it doesn't give me a day. And I don't know why. But anyway, Brian says I could get a app or download the Google Voice program that wouldn't do that. Because see, right now I just open a browser, open the Google Voice page, and my login's there, and so I look at it over the internet. And if it's not front and center has focus, then I don't, for some reason, it doesn't ring. But anyway, I'm glad it wasn't you. So I didn't miss the call. I don't know who it might have been. It may have been last week. I have to look up and see. Anyway. Well, if you could have called in, we could have just chit-chatted. Got to call in on these. I know you watch. Robert watches. I didn't know that he watched. Maybe he'll call in one time. We can chit chat about some of that, because it's nice to have, you know, other opinions on those things. But anyway, 34 minutes, and I want to try to start doing these on Thursdays, but we still got plans with Ryan and doing some Dungeons and Dragons things. Have him on. We'll look at through some of the talk to him about how we're developing these characters. And I kind of beat him up the last time with my list of, I wanted to be no hairy, half magic, wiry, smart, and agile. I've made a character page, or filled out a form for a character, sent it to him. And you know, the thing I hate about forms is you're going through and you're picking out all these choices, and then you don't remember, would this be a good choice to go with the what I picked on the previous page? Is all these attributes going to work together to make a good character? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, we'll find out. But if I can do, today's Monday. I hate doing Monday and then Thursday another Survivor, but if I'm going to get on to Thursdays and start doing, reviews right after, the day after the show airs, then I'm going to have to do 2 in a row or skip a Monday. But anyway, I'll let y'all know. I appreciate you if you're watching it now, live. Thank you. Get on, leave a comment. I'll try to work out something better with the telephone. You can call in. And as always, I can send you an email link. You can get on and we'll video chat together. If you're watching it after it's been recorded, I appreciate that too. Leave me a comment. Please subscribe to the channel, because I've lost a subscriber. Plenty of spots left. Call now. Operators are standing by. No waiting. Guaranteed. Plenty of subscriber slots left open for you. Make your mom subscribe too. Give it as a gift. It'll be good. But anyway, I appreciate you stopping by, checking it out. If you saw my latest video, don't get me started on editing it. I put in a speed up section in there because some of it took too long. Anyway, corned beef mayonnaise. Everybody that's tried it liked it. It is not bad. It sounds terribly gross, but it's actually pretty good. All right, so watch that video. Corned beef mayonnaise. I cook it and I eat some, and it's good. All right, I got a couple other recipes I'm thinking about doing. So yeah, it was good. Really, it really was. It turned out. Skip through to the end of the video, but it's sweet. I put sweet pickle cubes in it, and that's what it called for, was sweet pickles, finely chopped, whatever. So I just use salad cubes, whatever they, I guess you put in relish and different things like that. And that is, believe it or not, the dominant flavor. The taste is the sweet of it. I thought for sure lemon Jello would overpower everything, and then coupled with the corned beef, I thought it would just be terrible. You don't taste a lot of any of that stuff. When you first taste it, it's sweet. And then there is, you'll get some celery, you'll get some green pepper as you chew it. You get a little bit of the corned beef flavor, and it's good. I probably could have used more onion flakes because I didn't really chop up a real onion. I cheated and used the flakes because they were easy. Maybe I could have used, I don't know if there's onion powder. But anyway, I'm thinking about modifying that recipe to use chow chow instead of some of the other ingredients. I would like to make it hot chow chow corned beef mayonnaise. Yeah, I know. So anyway, told the wife we need to make it. She's not a fan. Wish I could give you some. It made a huge bowl of that stuff. A huge bowl of that stuff. If I've got any left Friday, if I get time, I'll try to swing by and give you a sample of it. You can take it home. It's like ham salad, really. If you like ham salad, it's kind of like that. Same kind of consistency, but it tastes like sweet to me, sweet. So anyway, I appreciate you, and check back Mondays and Thursdays. Check back for some videos every once in a while. Like I said, I do this cooking thing. Why? Why do I do the cooking? Because I like to make stuff. I can do it in a small area, and when I started those things, record certain sections, put it all together, and put out a video with no long editing. Speeding it up was a flipping nightmare. It was a nightmare. It's a software I'm using. It killed me. Anyway, it's out there. Check it out. But appreciate it.